Season's greetings from Washington, D.C. This is Peter Thomas, the General Counsel of NAAOP. Well, we had a very exciting event last week. December 8th, the NAAOP hosted its first virtual congressional fly-in, where we had about 22 individual board members, fellows, and members of NAAOP virtually fly into Washington and participate in a series of Hill meetings with congressional staff. The meetings totaled over 30 over the course of the day, and we were able to make some real progress in meeting with some of our congressional champions and some of the leadership and committee leaders, in addition to constituents from our members who participated in the fly-in. Virtual fly-ins are relatively new in the advent of COVID. This was not something that typically would occur prior to this year. So what NAAOP decided to do, the board decided in September to try a pilot fly-in to see whether we could pull this off and be successful in doing so. And I think by all accounts, the event was really quite a success. It was over the course of throughout the day. It was all telephonic. We had multiple teleconferences with Hill staff. They seemed to enjoy the alternative of having to dress up and do video conferencing or even to be in the office. Many of the congressional staff remain working at home, and as do many of you out there. So our fly-in proved to be quite successful, and I hope that the board decides to proceed with doing so in the future. We talked about three main issues: the O&P Medicare Patient-Centered Care Act, the AAA Study Act, and a new issue that we introduced many of the members of Congress to, involving the right to exercise. This is an issue that Nicole Verkeilen, our inaugural fellow and now our NAAOP board member, brought to our attention, and through her organization, Forrest Stump, has ultimately embarked upon a crusade to establish the right of people with disabilities to exercise and to obtain the kinds of technology like a running limb or a swimming leg in order to participate in those activities, remain fit and healthy, and exercise just like everyone else. The theory being, if Medicare Advantage plans will pay for gym memberships for seniors, then why can't they pay for an athletic prosthesis for someone who desires, has the mobility and the motivation to exercise? All three issues gained some real good reception on the Hill. I think we were met with very eager staff members who wanted to learn more about the two bills and the new issue we brought to their attention. To be quite frank, the timing of this was not planned. We didn't really expect in the beginning of the year to be doing a fly-in in December, but once the board met in September, we wanted to do it in 2020. We decided the second week of December was the date. The timing, in retrospect, could not have been better. Congress is poised to pass a multiple trillion-dollar bill to fund the federal government through the remainder of the fiscal year, and they're in the final negotiations of that package. And they're also discussing and have been debating for over 6 months a COVID-19 relief package that, depending on the day, may or may not get across the finish line by the end of this year. In point of fact, our timing was perfect, and we really took advantage of that opportunity to try to raise some key issues that we wanted included in this moving legislative vehicle. So we talked about the importance of separating durable medical equipment from orthotics and prosthetics, one of the key provisions of the O&P Patient-Centered Care Act, and exempting O&P practitioners, certified and licensed orthotists and prosthetists from competitive bidding, as long as they provided the orthotics described by the 23 OTS codes at the competitive bidding rate in their area. We also discussed the AAA Study Act, which the Amputee Coalition has taken the lead on and really would create a GAO report, Government Accountability Office report, that would study the demographics, the insurance coverage, and make comparisons in insurance coverage for orthotics and prosthetics and related assistive devices and technologies. So it was a very full day. We had a debriefing session slash happy hour at the end of the day, and turned out to be the vast majority of people who participated were really quite impressed with the technology that we used, with the overall event. And we hope to do this again in the future for sure. The board will decide exactly how and how to apply the resources necessary to do so. So in the meantime, I wanted to wish everyone a very, very safe and happy and healthy holiday. And thank you so much for your membership in NAAOP. Thank you.